Hello everyone, Samuel here from myforexmagicweb.com. Making this a small video. It's about someone asking me about the 40-minute and 20-minute chart, or my subscriber. So and I think it's Ben. This video I'm making it for you. As I said that I will make a small video explaining 40-minute and 20-minute charts, right? So here we go. See, 40-minute chart basically is our Renko 40-minute chart is equal to a regular like 4-hour chart, regular candlestick, Japanese candlestick, yeah? Or should I say like in between 4-hour daily chart kind of thing, right? More like 4-hour. So now what we use is, and the regular candlestick, what's the problem is that you have a lot of wicks there, right? It's a big up and down and up and down, and every candle is just different, and it's very hard to see or understand. A naked eye will just always get distracted because of those movements. Here in these candles, they are all equal size and going up unless you have a movement more than your brick size, and we use different brick size for different time frames, right? So basically 40-minute chart is not for entries. For example, last week, what happened last week? Well, let me show it to you real quick. If I can, what is this? It's a picture. Okay, so this is 40-minute. This is 40-minute pound index chart, right? Pound index. You understand what index is? Index is just an individual currency, where we want to see that if the currency index is going up or down, and if it's going up, except yen, the index is going up, means the currency is going to get strong, individual currency, right? And if it goes down, that means it's going to get weaker. Now, if pound index, we had a 40-minute chart on the 21st, I think it was Monday last week, right? Over the weekend, basically. So what happened? That I said, okay, it looks like the pound, for somehow, some reason, some news or some catalyst is going to come in and make the pound is strong, because that's what the setup is, and it is as it is in a long trend, right? Upward trend. So if this bounce from here, that means pound is gonna get strong. So we get this idea from 40-minute chart, not the entry. We're not gonna make an entry here because it's a setup here. What we will do, and obviously it's an index, right? All right. So first I'm gonna explain the index and then the pair, but with the index, the beauty is that if you can pinpoint and find out or see a setup, 40-minute setup, okay, and catch it, and let's say we decide that, oh yeah, it is bullish and it's gonna bounce from here and go up, and you know what it did? What happened to this chart? This and this, right from here, it went all the way there, right? So I was right about pound getting strong. So from here to here, if an index moves 100 pip, pair moves 150 to 200 pip, almost double. All right. So if you can pinpoint the index chart that's going to go up, that means if it's, let's say, from here to here, we decide that, yeah, okay, it will probably go at least to this high here. That's 60 to 20, and then from 60, 50, so it's 150 pips. So pair have chance of going 300 pip, and not only pair means all the pairs, not one pair. Pound USD, pound CAD, pound Aussie, pound Newsy, pound yen, all the pairs. You have 6-7 pound pairs. So now you have a pick and choose kind of situation, right? So what you do is that now you go immediately and start watching the pound pairs for long setups on 20-minute chart. 20-minute charts is for the entry, not 40-minute. Okay, 40-minute is directional. And for example, this we look for, this is one way to use 40-minute. The second is that, like I just made the charts, but for example, pair itself, let's say if you look at the yen, Aussie yen, for example, okay, Aussie yen chart. So the 40-minute chart is showing not a setup, but a setup in terms of study, like harmonic patterns and Elliott wave and all that. For example, this right? So that's why I make the chart, and nowadays I'm putting this diagram also on my chart so that you guys can understand and learn why I'm doing what I'm doing or what I see, right? So this is like Elliott wave count is wave 1, powerful wave, ABC correction, and it's back to 61%. So in 40%, if that's what it is, then it's supposed to drop and then go beyond this point, right? Wave 3 come down is big, and it will come like wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. Now if you go and take a look at this chart, what's happening in currently in Aussie yen 20-minute entry we're looking for to the downside. We established that you're looking at the index and everything, 40-minute chart of Aussie index that is supposed to drop, right? So we establish the understanding that Aussie is going to get weaker, and the pair, half of the pair have Aussie right hand side and half of the pair the left hand side, right? For example, Aussie USD, Aussie yen, Aussie CAD, they have Aussie on the left hand side. So if Aussie get weaker, they're gonna drop, and Euro Aussie, pound Aussie will go up. So now if you see here, what happened is Aussie yen chart that it already start dropping, right? It dropped, it bounced from here, then it went up to this high. These are the high, support and resistance that we have, and then start dropping and then going to the upside. So basically the market right now, this is the current market, right? And what it is that there's no volume right now because everybody's waiting for the news, the catalyst. So market is just not moving. But the idea is what? We already established that the Aussie dollar is going to get weaker, and we have a beautiful setup on Aussie yen 40-minute chart that's supposed to go down here. So are we going to look for long entries? No, because we can see that here the setup is beautifully from 61%. Before it goes further, usually it goes, let's say I would say 90% of the time it will go back to 23% line. So once you establish this thought in your mind that this is what is probably going to happen in this pair because of 40-minute chart of Aussie index and Aussie yen as well. Okay, so 40-minute is to establish the direction, possible direction, and if we are right, if my strategy is always, remember that we follow the market, we don't move the market, right? We follow whatever it does, we just follow it. So if I'm right, if our 40-minute chart is good, and if this setup is good, then this pair is going to drop. So what we do is we wait for that move to happen, and we know exactly that if that happens, what will happen and where we're going to be going. So we wait for the setup. So now let's say if this is stop here and then make a setup like this, right? Start going down here. Maybe it goes up here to this line here, 78.58. Where is it? You know where is it? It's somewhere here, 78.58. It's a monthly number or weekly number? Let me go back. I don't even have it written here. Maybe 40-minute chart is written there. 78.58. What's up? It's somewhere here, man. 70 in one of these number, I guess. 78. I think this is the one. 78.44. This is 79. Or this one, this low here, yeah, 78.55 is this low here, right there. So we went up and we are stopping here. We can go back there, right there, 78.55, right? So you have it drawn here on this 20-minute chart, and see that if we can stay below that, right, and then continue dropping. If I find a setup here and a reason, I mean the catalyst is there or some kind of news about the yen or about Aussie index, then I will go short, because I'm not going to go long, because this was a long setup there, right? So, but we already established that the 40-minute chart is saying that Aussie yen should drop. If it goes up, if I'm wrong, and if it goes up, let it go, and then you re-evaluate. But the idea is that, look, from here to here, it's a big move to the upside, and the 61%, it's not going to go more further in straight line, 200, 300 pip. It has to drop and do the retracement. Okay, so this is why 40-minute chart we use is for the direction, to see that if there is a Elliott wave count, harmonic patterns, or maybe a straight up a setup also. For example, just quickly we go and then we're going to look at the pound USD, if we can find a 40-minute pound USD setup instead of index setup. If you find a setup on a 40 minutes long or short setup in the pair, that is also powerful, because 40-minute tells you that after the setup, the pair will move at least 200 pip in that direction if the setup is good. So in that 200 pip, you can go in on 20-minute chart and find your entry. At least you're going to find one or two entry where you can get a trade for maybe 150 or 100 pip or 70, 80 pip, easy. Okay. For example, this is pound USD, and if you look at the not 33-minute chart, a 40-minute chart, I'm not gonna refresh this just quickly, because remember I made this chart and sent it out to you guys. Okay, now look here, you see this here, we had a very beautiful long setup, this one and this one both, right? So if you see this, that is cooking, right? The price is dropping into the wave, the yellow is above the black, and this indicates all the way down. That is the, a setup is just, ripe already and is ready, right? A long setup. If it start to work out and it goes in our direction, because we were expecting the pound is going to get strong and USD getting weaker, so pound USD, we were expecting that it will go up, right? So at this point, for example, let's see what date is that. Okay. For example, this is 01/21/11 hour, right? 11 hour. So January 21st, we had the setup. So we immediately go to 20-minute chart to see the entries if we can find one. So here, what do you see is that 1/21. And this is the one you got on 22nd, the next day, right after 24 hour. Next day you find this entry, right? Indicated all the way down here, but after that it was down here, bouncing from a very nice SNR level as well, right? So when you have on the SNR level and then the indicator is going to the upside, and then this is a very, very nice setup, and you take this one, and I took it for 270 pip. This was the trade. And then after that you had no entry, no. Here is the entry, right? But it is going up from yellow. Even though if you take this one, right, and then you get knocked off for 25 pip, but you already had, here probably like 150 pip already, right? But then you lose 25 pip, fine, that, thank you very much. And then it drops again, and you make an entry right here, right? And then it came down, but didn't take out your SL, right? Even if you take out, you'll take this entry again, right? So you take this entry and you ride for 100 pip more. Then it was again this entry, and then you ride 100, 150, 100, 125 pip more. I had all these trades just based on that 40-minute chart setup on right here on pound USD. Okay. Similarly, if you go back even more further, you will see that if this was a long setup, let's take a look at the short setup, for example. Okay. For example, this short setup here. Okay. This is see this indicator is all the way up. You can take this one, but it came down. You might have made some, but it went up again. So if you take this one, for example, what is the time here? What is the date and time? I hope you can go back to 20-minute chart on that. It's December 06. I don't know if we can go back that far. Let's take a look. December 06. Very close. Okay, here we go. December 06, right? So December, this is December 5. Right there, December 6, right? So after that, if you find that 40-minute setup and you jump on here, right? And then you can easily take one of these entries. Not one of these entries. This is the first entry here. You can see this is on December 10th. So after the setup there, but the price didn't move much. It moved very slowly, dragging into, you see this whole day here, day or two was just not doing anything, and then the weekend comes, right? So that doesn't count, right? And then the market opens up again, and you find yourself a very good setup here, and you know that the 40-minute setup is on there as a short setup. So you take this one, and then you ride, and then you take one of these. See, this one is also, even though it's not touching the the indicator is up, right? But you know that the 40-minute setup is there, and then other things like SNR level, harmonic patterns, and I'm not even showing you that. I'm showing you just the setup, right? Then it retraces again, and then start going down again, right? So this is how you use the 20-minute setup to make entries, and 40-minute setup is only for direction. And also the technical analysis, most likely I find harmonic patterns, retracement back to, like this one for example. I'm just watching and doing my mumbo jumbo here based on Elliott wave study, and then I teach you as well, right? If you learn, because this is important, to learn little by little, in a couple of months you will learn, right? So Elliott wave 1 2, and then 1 2, and then wave 3, I'm expecting this. So the market open up here at a resistance, it's going to dip a little bit and then move up again. Wave 3 will finish, then wave 4, wave 5, then the big wave 3 will be finished, then wave 4. So knowing wave counts, that if we are coming down for wave 4, you're going to be seeing some short setups, right? But not you don't take entries from 40-minute. You look for the short setup on 40-minute only, the direction that okay, it is, let's say here right now what it is doing, it is a 40-minute setup, right? So it's coming down from here, right? A little retracement. Now all in all, we know that we're supposed to go up, so I'm not going to bother going short here right now, unless you want to take a risk, and if you have nothing to do, then you might want to just play around, and then if you see a setup, but usually you're not, and even if you don't get a setup, it's not gonna last too much, right? So see that it was dipping, but actually it is hitting this TL and this high here and bouncing, so it may continue to the upside again. And I believe that I have on the other computer, I have this, I took this entry here because of the fact that it's a risky one. That's why I didn't set out on the Telegram or anything. But the market is not moving, and so volume time, so I took my risk here, right? A little bit. I did a lot, pretty good on last week. So, and then right from there, so but we are still there. But the shallowness of this move is telling me that the downside is not coming. Okay, pound's not gonna get weaker, and USD, yes, USD is getting weaker, right? So in the morning, today is Tuesday, right? It's 5:47 right now. So at 10 o'clock, USD news is scheduled. So if that comes out in our favor, for example, USD gets weaker, then this will fly easily, right? So either you make an entry now, or you wait, and after the news you can go long in that, based on the 40-minute chart setup that we have. Talk about this is what the wave 1 2 and then wave 3, which should be ending somewhere here. I'm expecting that we're probably gonna have a move to the upside around 35. But let's say, for example, just in case the news comes out and USD gets strong, what will happen? Will we see a long setup here? No, it will immediately drop below this yellow line, right? This yellow line, right? And the long setup or long scenario will be this up here, right? Then we cannot go long, and we will wait either for the drop into the 40-minute setup. For example, here it will come all the way down somewhere, maybe 30.47. Okay, if the USD news comes out good, it will come down here, and then probably gonna bounce from here, just like this one. Okay, so in that case, I'm gonna leave this pair alone, and I'll probably go somewhere else where the price is moving in my previous analysis, my direction. I feel more comfortable, and most of the time you'll find it. But today, what happened yesterday, basically, I would say that Monday usually is very slow. There is no news schedule, and the market doesn't move. You don't have a setup, you don't have a trade, but you just wait for the news to come in, and the market start moving. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday always is a big day, and then Friday, right? So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you usually get to make the trades, better trades. Okay, so hope I am clear. If not, then just let me know. Then I'll explain more. But this is how the setup is, that 40 minutes just to see the direction. And for example, right now I gave you a CAD yen 40-minute chart for the other day, and let me see, Aussie index, for example. Aussie index, I'll show you Aussie index. 40-minute chart is the setup, is how does it look like. Aussie index also, this is the chart, right? I made it on Friday, last Friday, and my chart was that it's gonna drop from 61%, right? Look, you see that? I said we're gonna drop from here to there, and Aussie will get weaker. So it did drop here, and then slowly it is going to the upside, making wave, making another setup here. All right, but as long as it is below this TL, it's gonna drop again and then gets weaker. So what do we look for? We look for Euro Aussie long, Pound Aussie long, right? Euro Yen long, not yen, sorry, Aussie pairs I'm talking about. Aussie Yen short, right? Aussie USD short, because if Aussie start dropping, Aussie gonna get weaker. So that's what I'm watching, the index, the 40-minute chart, and then I'm watching the pairs, and then be ready on 20-minute charts. And then you have my alarm, right? So what you do is that whatever the expectations are that Aussie yen, Aussie USD, Aussie CAD will drop, should drop. Then you put the alarm there for the short side. If there's a short setup, the alarm will beep, and you come in and you take the trade. Okay, so I'm not gonna make it, as it is, it's a long video now. So I hope that I clarified your thing a little bit, and if not, then again let me know, and I'll explain it more. All right, I don't want to make the video too long, so I can do it again and again, but not too long. You're not gonna watch the whole video then. All right, so this is it for now, and just be ready. The new USD news coming up in a couple of hours, and then Aussie news tonight will move the Aussie pairs. Okay, all right, thanks for watching, and have a wonderful day.